and leave it alone. Yeah. See, I'm so optimistic. Boy, I'm that kind.
Good morning, you guys. I hope everyone is doing wonderful. Today we are starting our day off at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Historic site here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're right here by the Visitor Center, and I just wanted to identify a few things, that we're going to be doing today. So basically, we have the Visitor Center that has a lot of information on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his legacy, his life, his family, just all type of things about, segregation in the day, back in the day, and all of that type of stuff. Also here at this historic site, we have King's birth home. How amazing is that? Unfortunately, we're not able to take a tour because they have the house closed right now, but we are going to go by so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, we also have the tomb of Dr. and Mrs. King that we saw that last time, so that'll be really cool for Lyft to be able to see that. And it's funny, we mentioned that in our journey to the motherland when we went to Dr. Nkrumah's mausoleum. We mentioned how Dr. King's tomb was similar, so you guys will see that also. And then we have two more places, which are the Ebenezer Baptist Church, and then we also have the fire station number 6 that we're also going to get an opportunity to go by. Now with the church, it's really cool, you guys, because and I was just reading up on this actually last night, that Dr. King, he actually was co-pastoring that particular church with his dad, and he was actually the co-pastor right before his death, so that's really interesting, and we look forward to sharing all this important stuff with you guys. We're about to head inside in just a moment because we just received these really cool badges right here, and this is like a little junior Ranger badge, and they gave one to Liv, and we were like, well, can we have one? Well, Liv decided she wanted to share hers with little Fino, so we're gonna go get her one since she gave Fino one, and then we're gonna start the tour. So let's go, y'all.
Just trying to make enough to see myself driving a Beamer and see some spitting verses that are hotter than a fever. All my music tends to be on the tight end like a receiver. Hold up, I'm just trying to pass my class.
Okay guys, so you guys saw the mule wagon, and you might be asking yourself, why is there a wagon inside of the Dr. King Museum? But that actual wagon was where they laid his casket for a certain part of his funeral procession, and it had two actual mules that were pulling that wagon through the streets, and it was symbolic to have him pulled in a very old looking wagon to show his work among the poor. So I think that was a really good message and a really good homage to his legacy, and something that I'm really glad that they kept intact and in good order. So we're going to take a look at a virtual reality tour that shows the inside of his house, since the actual physical location is closed right now. Let's go.
The richest Negro-owned street in the world. Vibrant small businesses, banks and insurance companies, as well as the offices of doctors and dentists lined Auburn Avenue. Churches and social institutions.
A lot of times our anger is at the forefront, that I feel that we don't realize how powerful just our movement versus our voice all the time, and our words, and just the anger that comes out. These people right here, they literally they knew how to be powerful with not a lot of words,
I think social media is to blame for that. It's a lot of people
makes a lot of sense.
Just yelling and screaming on social media, but when it's time to do the work, they're not there.
Yeah, it's really powerful. Even like the man that had the crutches, you have the little girl, I wouldn't dare want to do any protesting with our daughter. Not today. Well, let me say this. Some of the protests that we've seen, I would be afraid. Our child is our #1 priority, right? So could you imagine just being at a rally or something and just gunshots go off, for example? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stampedes and stuff like that. But you can just see I feel like the artist wanted us to understand the peacefulness, the non-violence that, that Dr. King talked about, it's there, I think there's a time and a place for everything, but in this particular scenario, I think the peaceful way is best.
What is this ancient artifact here? Is this I can't tell what it is. Is this a, I don't even, what is this? You know what? It's a payphone. Oh my goodness, they still have a payphone in here. That is really awesome. I don't see it doesn't work. Let's see if it works. Nope, doesn't work. Okay guys, so we finished the King Center Museum part of our Atlanta trip. Today's our last day, so we are literally trying to rip and run and catch all these historic landmarks for you guys. Behind me is the Ebenezer Street Baptist Church. This is actually the church that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., along with his father, Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., co-pastored for many years. They've actually moved the physical location across the street, but the actual old church is still open for tours. So we're so thankful that the city of Atlanta has kept this, piece of history very alive, and they've taken good care of it. So the fact that it's free is just icing on the cake. So let's go inside and take a look at Dr. King's former church.
Tell us your name again, Ranger.
Ranger Jenkins.
Okay.
Yes, Ebenezer was founded in 1886 by a gentleman named John Parker. 1894, Dr. King's grandfather was pictured in that stained glass window, took over as the senior pastor of Ebenezer. They operated from 3 different locations before he settled on this site in 1914. Started construction that same year, completed the construction in 1922. Grandfather would pass away in 1931 inside of the birth home. At that time, Dr. King's father took over as the senior pastor. The church is 130 years old. They've only had 5 pastors. Dr. King was a co-pastor here with his father from 1960 to 1968. Dr. King was baptized in this church, ordained a minister in this church, performed his first sermon in this church, and he and his younger brother performed a dual wedding ceremony for their older sister, or they married her to her husband in this church. His funeral was held in the church. That's why that clock is stopped at 10:30. It represents the time of his funeral. What most people don't realize is that he had 2 funerals that day, one here at 10:30 and a second one at 2 p.m. over on the campus of Morehouse, Dr. King's alma mater.
It's so amazing, you guys. As much as we've learned, many of us, about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life, it's like when you come back to the root of where he began, a lot of his efforts and everything, you just learn so much more. And when we were in the church just a moment ago, it was the ranger there that gave us so much information that you guys probably have already seen by now. It was just crazy hearing the story about his mom. I don't even think that I recorded at that time, but his mom being murdered there, and just the clock, and even sitting in the seats. Babe and I were discussing just how chilling it felt just to be sitting in those seats and to see where Coretta Scott was, at his funeral. I mean, just talking about culture. It's amazing. So right now we're headed to the tomb, you guys, where he is buried along with Coretta Scott King, and I'm gonna let you guys see it.
Just trying to make enough to see myself driving a Beamer and see some spitting verses that are hotter than a fever. All my music tends to be on the tight end like a receiver. Hold up.
And basically, we're getting to do jobs, the dirty jobs, and if they die, we don't care anymore. If someone's a slave, they're somebody's property.
Right.
And that means that you want to take good care of them because, hey, they value to your family. Mm-hmm. If someone's in prison, nobody cares because you're a criminal.
Exactly.
Even if you're only caught for something they make up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like petty crimes is what they called it, right?
Right.
Or debtor's prison. You also have people saying, oh, well, we're going to charge you this to get out of prison. Well, I can't pay that. Oh, too bad, you're still in prison.
Right. So, but we'll use your labor, though.
All right, so we are here at the final leg of our tour today. We're at Dr. Martin Luther King's birth home, where he actually spent the first 12 years of his life. You can feel the energy around this building. You know something great took place right here in part of Atlanta. I was thinking to myself, I imagine many a cool cup was made here.
For sure, yeah.
Popcorn balls.
Yeah.
nickel soda pop.
Soda pop.
Pops.
Or like maybe a candy houses around. Y'all have a blessed one again. Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah. That's a bookstore. All right, y'all. We're gonna head on to the universities, and we'll see y'all in a minute.
See you in a minute.
You got me feeling, tonight can't be alone. You got me feeling, I can't leave you alone.
Khalif Atwater, Morehouse College senior, graduating senior. I chose Morehouse because of the legacy it leaves for people. You know, you can walk anywhere, you have a Morehouse shirt on, you're guaranteed some type of opportunity. So that's why I chose Morehouse, and it's very important to go to, especially HBCU like Morehouse, because you can stick with your culture, you know, and people, you know, they love you more, a little bit more here, I feel like, for me, from my experience. So it's a great school, great experience, and I'm out of here in 2 months, so it's a good experience. I love it here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You got me feeling, tonight can't be alone.
Hello you guys again. So we just left the colleges and universities, the HBCUs, and now we are here at Lenox Square Mall. And this is one of the most popular malls here in Atlanta. We've been here a few times, and we are not here to shop. We are here to get Garrett popcorn. You guys know we love our Garretts. That's why we're here. The only reason why we're here, that's it. So let's go.
Chance to open up for artists like Kendrick Lamar, Jr. Great Currency.
Oh, cool.
Yes, man, I appreciate it. You know, the album got 20 tracks. We're currently on tour right now. I was gonna say we like to show a little love. We're gonna out here selling for $5 to take a donation. Just trying to get a little love support.
Okay, do you have some extra cash, babe?
Got it all at Martin Luther
We take
King.
card too.
Oh, yeah, we're from out of town, so we definitely, we're not using it. We're from Houston,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll be out in Houston.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I'll be out there. I'm actually going to Houston next.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, my boys say Mo City.
Oh, yeah, we're very
I don't know if y'all heard of
Freestyle Bully.
Freestyle Bully.
I went to school with him.
Yeah, that's my boy,
Ronald Vons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the man? What's the?
Wow.
You know, he's on our IG on the Family O.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up. We went to high school
Yeah,
together.
that's my boy.
Westbury.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can call him right now.
Bruh.
Let me call him right
I
now.
don't got his number, but I got his IG.
Yeah,
We
that's
literally,
crazy.
we was good friends, man. We still are good friends.
Yeah.
We just, you know, mostly keep up on social. But tell us about your music and, you know,
Yeah,
put
you
your
know, I
hand
got
on
a
it.
chance to open up for Kendrick Lamar, Juvenile, the Great Currency, the Hospital, Bobby Smurda. I'm on tour right now. You know, Freestyle Bully, we sell records together, you know what I'm saying, traveling to USA and all that.
Okay, positive music.
Positive music,
We
man.
Christian. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
positive
cussing, no
music. It's
nothing.
talking about how it come from the struggle, the poverty in Washington, D.C., graduating from college, and then just even, you know, prospering and going on tour, you know, meeting guys like him, his name Famous. He produced beats for 808, you know what I'm saying? So just stuff like that, man.
Well, drop some, spit some right quick for the people. Tell them how to find you as well.
I can spit some.
So give us something clean. Give us something clean.
I woke up from my dreams, the life of a leader. Martin Luther King, the way I'm speaking through these speakers. Sort of a prophet, then I thought to myself, I gotta stop with this nonsense. Got back to school, started paying attention, but messed up again once I got on suspension. Mom stressed out, dad went missing, grandpa died. Do I turn to the Reverend? Do I go to the hood and consume a weapon? I'm just trying to be a legend. Where I come from is a pleasant gun spray, like repelling young girls getting pregnant, and we all just act rebellious because we never really learn. So we go back to the hood and burn, baby, burn.
Now, that was a trip. I did not expect to run into a guy that knew a guy that I went to high school with, and we still keep in touch on Instagram. Just wanted to support. That's the second rapper that we met out here. As you see, Atlanta is a huge city for up-and-coming hip-hop artists, actors in some instances. We actually saw some guys that look like they're probably models of some sort. So this is a thriving city. I mean, it really showcases that if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it in Hollywood, well, sometimes you can make it in your own backyard and bring Hollywood and New York to you. So That was pretty dope. Let's head upstairs so we can get that Garrett's popcorn the Babe's been asking about. So we can get out of here.
Liberty, you see, look, he just got some fresh caramel crisp. We're here at Garrett's, y'all. We found it. Got a little confused on which level, but we made it. So I'm about to get the Garrett mix large, and Babe's gonna get, I think, the buffalo ranch. And what is Liberty gonna get?
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this one that is yellow, and I'm gonna get that one that is brown.
All right, guys. So we are headed to the airport. We had to get that Garrett's popcorn for obvious reasons. Thankfully, thanks to technology, our original route said it was going to take us an hour and 30 minutes to get there. But good old Siri told us that there was a shorter route, so we should get to the airport about 6:30. And we called Thrifty, who is who we rented through, and they said it's only going to be $1 because we're supposed to have it back by 6. But obviously we'll have it there about 6:30, so it's only going to be $1 late charge. I was under the impression that it would be $50 or something ridiculous, so God worked it out. Okay, guys, well, we are, come on, guys. It's always a come on, guys.
Hold on, Pumpkin. We don't need to go that way, babe.
We're come on, guysing home. It's time to go home and sleep. So we saw the spot, guys, the last time we were here when we came back from Chicago, and we wanted to show you something that we thought was kind of neat. As you exit the airport, they actually have an interfaith chapel where you can go in, whatever you worship. You can actually go in, have a moment of silence or prayer or whatever it is that you do. So let's take a look at it. I think it's open. Hopefully it is open. Okay, so this is the Interfaith Chapel. As you see, it's just a modest room here. It doesn't have any kind of like cross or Star of David or nothing symbolic of any one religion. You can just come in here, worship. Specifically, a lot of people, of course, that have the Muslim faith that have to pray 5 set times a day. They can come in here, be free to worship and pray, and not feel any kind of way about it. So we just wanted to show this to you. We're done. This is just kind of a extra. This was a DVD, just to show you one of the neat things that most airports have. If your hotel, if your airport, that's how y'all know we tired. Our eyes are just bloodshot. But if your airport has an interfaith chapel, let us know in the comments. And also let us know of any places that you'd like to see us travel that you know that is a pretty decent on the budget. And we'd love to come visit, that area. It might be your city or wherever. With the Family O, we love to travel and we love to live life for a living. Peace.